You pull under the canopy at a gas station and feel a small flash of relief. Dry hands, dry head, no rain on the windshield while you fill up. That feeling is real, but it's also the least important thing that structure is doing. That roof over your head is a fully regulated, multi-purpose industrial machine, and staying dry barely cracks the list of reasons it's there. Start with the part nobody thinks about, the shape. A gas station canopy is open on every side. No walls, no enclosed edges, just a flat roof floating on posts. That's not a design choice for looks. Gasoline vapor is heavier than air, and if it ever leaks near the pumps, it needs somewhere to go that isn't sitting in a pocket over a running engine. Fire and electrical codes that govern fuel stations are explicit about this. The structure over the pumps is not allowed to trap rising vapor, so the canopy is built as an open-air version of a kitchen extractor hood, minus the fan. Nothing forces the fumes out, but nothing is allowed to hold them in either. The open sides exist, so a leak disperses into the atmosphere instead of pooling directly above your hood. Then there's the height, which is not an aesthetic decision either. Fire codes set a minimum clearance above the pumps, and most stations build closer to 14 to 18 feet, well above what a sedan or SUV needs. That extra room isn't for you. It's for the fuel delivery truck that shows up every few days to refill the underground tanks. A loaded tanker can stand more than 4 meters tall once you count the tank, the rollover bar, and everything bolted to the top. The canopy has to clear that vehicle with room to spare every single time, or the station simply can't get resupplied. Next time you're parked under one, look up. You're standing inside a structure that was sized for a truck you'll probably never see arrive. The lighting is its own separate engineering problem. Electrical code treats the ground level area right around the pumps as a hazardous zone, because that's where spilled vapor is most likely to sit. Any fixture down there would need expensive, explosion-rated housing. So instead, the lights get pushed up into the underside of the canopy itself, well above that hazardous layer, where ordinary weatherproof fixtures are legal. Lighting codes then require a minimum brightness at the pump islands, and a maximum ratio between the brightest and dimmest spots, so nobody's standing in a dark patch at 11 at night. The flat underside of the canopy isn't just a ceiling, it's functioning as a giant bounce board, spreading that mandated light evenly across the whole fueling area from a single legal, non-hazardous mounting surface. And then there's the fascia, the painted band running around the edge with the logo and the price numbers. In most cities, that band isn't just branding, it's legally defined and regulated as a sign, governed by the same rules that apply to a billboard. Maximum area, lighting limits, permitted lettering height, the works. Municipal codes have entire clauses just for canopy signs as their own category. So that roof is quietly doing 4 jobs behind one design: managing fuel vapor, clearing delivery trucks, hosting code-compliant lighting, and functioning as a permitted outdoor sign, all stacked into a single steel structure standing on 4 legs. Here's the twist behind why it got this big in the first place. Canopies existed from the earliest gas stations, back in the 1910s, but they were built to shelter the attendant, the uniformed employee standing outside in the rain pumping your gas for you while you stayed dry in the car. For decades, the canopy's whole job was protecting an employee. Then, starting in the 1970s, stations began cutting attendance and switching to self-service. And suddenly it was you standing outside, holding the nozzle, exposed to the exact weather the canopy used to keep off someone else. Museum records on gas station history note that this shift is exactly what made canopies grow larger and more central to station design again. Once customers were the ones stuck outside, stations needed a bigger, more prominent roof to keep them comfortable enough to keep coming back. So the roof you park under isn't shielding you from rain out of courtesy. It's a fire code vapor vent, a truck height gauge, a lighting rig, and a legally regulated sign, and it only became the size it is today because a gas station at some point decided paying you nothing to pump your own gas was worth building a bigger roof to make up for it. Useless, really?